started. Are you recording? Are you recording or no?
No,
or, okay.
I don't have these capabilities.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I will take care of all of that. Okay, I'm gonna run the intro now. So everybody, shh.
Clock out, come home, and drink away. To bash and burn the weekly plays. Douchey calls and sweaty balls, this is Scotch sporting.
Yeah.
I'm sure that intro was beautiful.
I know, I couldn't hear it. I'm just assuming.
Oh, that's wonderful. Right. You guys can't hear it. That sucks. Okay.
So did we miss me hitting on Mark, or was that recorded?
Some of it was.
Oh, cool. Let's leave all that in.
It's warts and all. Warts and all on Rabble Press.
Yeah, Mark, if you can come with a couple 8x10 glossies of that picture, I can pretty much give you like a 70% chance of getting laid.
There you go, Mark. 70%. That's better than you get most nights.
There will be women there, and I will just drag you around and be like, look what he looks like when he's out of breath.
Yeah.
You could be under this. So I should lead with this, or I shouldn't?
Yeah. You could be under this. It's going to be a few minutes before I compose myself after that. Holy shit.
We could add that to the description for the ladies, too.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, my God.
And it's all done without socks, right, Mark?
Yes, without. No, actually, I found socks halfway through the course.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Please let us leave.
They were your socks or they were someone else's socks?
Oh, someone else's.
Did you wear them?
Yeah.
You wore someone else's socks. You.
Yeah.
The guy who, if I even breathe on the nozzle of your Dr. Pepper bottle, you will not drink it.
Yes.
You wore someone else's socks?
Yes.
Someone else's. Were they used socks? Like, were they freshly cleaned?
Oh, no. Still watered.
You know what, Mark? I'm gonna say this. That's a milestone for you.
So for context, this was in the Tough Mudder race.
Yes.
And you decided it was a great idea to run without socks.
See, the first 2 years I did it with socks, and then hey, maybe this year it'll be a lot more comfortable if I did it without socks.
Who needs socks?
20 minutes into it, I'm like, this is a mistake.
I got blisters everywhere.
The chafe and the sweat and the stink.
Yeah.
Yeah. My heels were already bleeding.
Where did you find these socks? At what point in the race?
I did not find them. My teammates did. I was walking barefoot from, I forget which obstacle it was, but on the way to the next obstacle, they were waiting at the top of the hill, and they were screaming, Mark, look. I'm like, what? It's like, we found you socks. And I looked at it, I'm like, okay, it's disgusting, but you know what? I'm in severe pain. I'm bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Hell with it. I'm already dirty. What the fuck? Just put the socks on.
Just do it.
Yeah.
And I want to know who lost their socks.
Who decides?
I think people ditched it.
And
There's many ditched socks.
Wow. And so you were like, fuck it, I'm wearing socks.
Yeah. I actually was looking for more socks along the course, and we found more, but some were like dried up and crusty because they're sitting in the sun, so they're like that hard, crispy.
And so the ones you had were nice and damp, right?
Nice and damp and soft, yeah.
Wow.
And did you keep these as some sort of trophy?
You better have.
No, I did not. As soon as I hit the showers, I pulled them off, left it there, cleaned my shoes, and the dirt just like hit off of me, and then that was it.
You could get like some sort of fungal infection or something, man. Like I'm just saying, like this is a big deal for you. You're such a
So when we bring you around to the party, it'll be look how attractive this guy is. Could have fungus.
No, I'm gonna say leave the fungus out.
Likely has fungus. Okay.
Because like that's gonna take the 70%. That's gonna knock it down to like 52, 53% at best.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what kind of fetishes people have. It's still a good percentage, Mark. I would still take these odds.
I would take them. I mean, shit, 50%. Take 50%.
Hey, we had it at like 57. So while we are on amateur sports, Mark, how long did it take you to do the race?
Well, because I wasn't able to run it, like the first year I did it, when we did the whole thing, it took us about 4 hours.
Ew.
And last year when I did, because I broke my back there, I did mutter, but a walking test, it took a little over 6 hours. And because it's at rocks and line at the one obstacle, it took us about 5 hours.
Wow, 5 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Did you hear any of that?
I got the 5 hour part at the end.
Okay, cool. I got the
Yeah.
5 hour part too.
Robot voice?
Yeah,
Robot
a little bit.
voice.
Yeah, a little bit.
God damn it.
We probably heard every
I
sixth
think.
word.
Yeah, I think what
I think
we
we
need
got
to
the
do.
gist of it.
Yes.
Okay.
I think what we need to do with Mark is remind him to keep his answers in short, concise.
6 second.
Yeah.
I did good.
Yeah. It's like we would stopwatch every time. Okay, Mark, time's up because we don't know.
It's like, that's your day. No, wrong question.
Whatever
Yes.
that was the perfect length.
Yeah.
You got it out just in time. Hey, that could be
6
your
seconds.
catchphrase at the party. Mark Bun, the perfect length.
There you go. Now we're back up around 60%.
So this is less a birthday party for me and more Mark's coming out party. Not like in a gay way, in like a debutante ball.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's. I didn't say who was gonna get you laid. I have a lot of single male friends coming too.
There you go.
I've met 2 of them at the Dodgeball tournament who are both gay, correct?
Yes, sir. And I believe they are coming to my birthday.
Ooh. There you go, Mark.
So let's.
Options are everywhere.
Exactly.
I'll work the next day, so I can't be drunk and stay up that late.
Oh.
You're a wet blanket.
I know.
A wet.
Just show the picture again, and then we're back.
Or I'm a dirty wet sock.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I missed the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
The last 2 Mondays because I have been in Vegas.
Exciting.
My first time. And I did not keep track of my winnings, but I think I came out in the black.
Good.
I-
Especially when the Blue Jays win the World Series.
I'm excited about those bets. I bet on the Blue Jays to win the World Series, the Bruins to win the Stanley Cup, lols, and the Rangers to actually win the Stanley Cup.
Just the Rangers. I'm just like that's a weird one for me. I don't know.
Well, they had the second best odds to Chicago, and I think I don't think Chicago's going to win again. I think they've lost.
No, it's hard to repeat.
What?
They win every other year.
Right, and it's hard to repeat. It's really hard to repeat.
Yeah, so Montreal had pretty decent odds too, but I don't like. I have more faith in. I think both of those teams are reliant on their goalie.
Well, Montreal actually. New York has a better defensive team, I would say.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say like when Lundqvist has been out or not at his best, the Rangers can still win. But I think the Canadians live or die on Carey Price. So I picked the Rangers to actually win it. I meant to pick Dallas as my sleeper pick.
Ooh.
So I'll commit it to record now. They were also 20-1 odds, but I think.
What were my Sharks pulling?
Oh God.
0? What's 0?
Like maybe
0,
40?
a billion.
The worst
like
was
75.
there was a crap load of teams all at 20-1.
Yeah.
And then like Arizona at like 150-1 or something. Really terrible.
Oh, that's when we put 10.
But I didn't want to just flush $10 down the toilet. Like
You're right. You get paid $1,500.
I get it, but it's never going to happen. I will take you out for another Copacabana night if the
Arizona Coyotes.
Arizona Coyotes. I was going to say Phoenix. Heaven forbid. If the Arizona Coyotes win the Stanley Cup this year, we're going to Copacabana on me.
I love it.
Yeah, so Bruins were 20-1.
And we're going to periscope
really
that shit.
Yes. Well, that leads me to so I periscoped. I was in Vegas as well as gambling and getting drank and having my first In-N-Out burger, which I promptly threw up.
Must have been good.
It was.
Out.
Yeah, exactly. It was true to its name. I ate it, and then within a couple hours, it was thrown up because my stomach can't really handle fast food, and I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. I was really hungry. I was down there for the World Dodgeball Championships.
Yeah.
Which
Team
was
Canada.
Team Canada. It was super fucking fun. We periscoped it. You could still look at our videos on Periscope. We had probably 100 to 200 people per game, which was awesome.
That is amazing.
It was awesome. And a lot of interaction on our Facebook page about it, so that's why I kept being annoying about it.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
so,
but it, like...
So is that it? Is Scotch Sporting now the official podcast of
the official podcast
dodgeball?
Of dodgeball of the World Dodgeball Federation?
I love it.
So yeah, Canada. Sorry.
We have that and line.
Yeah, lingerie football. That's right.
Oh yeah, we're the official voice of titties.
I love it.
God, I wish this. Oh man.
Between this and Rabble of Thrones, we really are, aren't we?
Boob count. The official voice of boobs. Yeah, so Team Canada, the men went in, 2-time champions, so they were the favorites. But it was just, hard this year. Every other team just there were more teams, so there were 8 countries competing, which was fantastic. Every other team that competed last year just got that much better.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see something that kind of started, I mean, started playing probably about 4 or 5 years ago, kind of as a fringe sport, become maybe the next ultimate frisbee.
And I mean, how much of this can we attribute to the movie Dodgeball?
It started to gain popularity again because of the movie Dodgeball.
Right.
Like 2003, 2004, I think it came out. One of the big leagues in Toronto started because of that.
Right.
And then it's just now there are, I think, 5 sort of major dodgeball leagues in Toronto alone. There's a bunch in Hamilton. So it's like, I think a lot of it's to do with dodgeball.
I love that movie.
I still haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah.
I have not seen it.
And you play dodgeball?
Yeah.
So you don't even know the 5Ds?
I do know the 5Ds.
Okay.
And I do know ESPN at the Ocho. I get all the jokes. Because if you mention you play it,
right,
that's what people say.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works.
And the amount, I wondered why someone called me Cotton.
Yeah, because
that's what I didn't get.
Yeah, because you were commentating and because Cotton was the one commentator, and I can't remember what Jason Bateman's name was. What was it? Do you remember, Mark?
No.
Damn it.
It's not
do that. Someone called me Cotton on the feed, and I was like, what? Is this a race thing?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so, and people kept talking about Ben Stiller. I don't know, it was fantastic. Sorry, I'm all robot-y, Mark.
I know, this is terrible.
Pepper Brooks.
Damn it. Pepper, that's right.
Yeah.
But ask serious dodgeball players how they feel about the movie, and you will get glared at.
Oh, really?
Or grumbled, yeah. The amount of times that people ask us if we know the 5Ds.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I just did that too.
No, it's you get a pass.
Okay, cool.
We cool. Because you got to bring it up, and it was super, super cool to watch. People that didn't know the sport, because it was in the States, there was probably about 100 spectators watching it.
Wow, that's
pretty good. Didn't know the sport. Yeah, didn't know the strategy, didn't know the rules, but were getting into it and screaming about it.
Because it's an easy sport to watch. There's not a lot of rules, and, I can explain it to you in 4 minutes, and then you're just watching guys throw fucking balls at each other. Exactly.
And there's so much, when you get actually playing it, and I know Mark's played it a little bit too, there's so much strategy to it.
Right.
That's mind blowing, and not just whip ball, but how the crowd gets into it when someone just guns it as hard as they can, and you make the diving catch, or I posted my delightful, lovely Team Canada captain boyfriend a picture of him making this crazy game-winning catch to, I don't think it clinched the bronze, but it just got everyone riled, and just the guttural scream from him and the cheers from the crowd, and just because it was thrown at him as hard as anyone could throw it.
Right.
And just catch.
Yeah.
So, and then there were teams that people thought were cheating.
Oh, really?
So whether they did or they didn't, it's a subjective sport. It's like balls and strikes, but that's part of the fun, right?
Absolutely.
Like, how much fun is it to heckle the ump?
Did he wave the little rope?
Yeah,
That's a warning.
There were I won't name names.
Oh.
But people did get yellow carded.
Ooh.
There were warnings given out. If you talked to the ref and you weren't the captain,
yeah,
you got a warning.
Wow.
So yeah, like just how much fun is it to heckle the ref about or the ump about balls and strikes and safes and outs and calls made and stuff. It's not as crazy with the instant replays, but that was the cool thing about dodgeball is people that didn't know the sport were able to scream at the refs and yell at the players, and whether it helped them or not, be like, they hit you, they hit you. Like,
That's
so
awesome.
It was really cool. And then had an In-N-Out burger and threw it up.
Perfect. Sounds like a great trip to Vegas.
It was great. The women came in fourth. The boys came in third.
Nice.
So it was really...
Is it roughly the same time every year?
Next year it's going to be around Halloween, I think.
Okay.
In Australia.
Oh, damn it. I thought it was going to be in Vegas. Damn it.
They bring around every year.
Because, Vegas, I could probably swing. Australia, I don't know. Because I was going to say Scotch sporting trip, but...
Oh, I would love that. Well, we'll see. It's supposed Canada's going to get it soon.
Okay. Well, for sure, when Canada gets it, we're there.
So 2 years from now, when we have become the official, Scotch sporting, the official voice of the World Dodgeball Federation and Lingerie Football League.
Yes.
We will dispatch reporters to...
And maybe we'll be the official voice of the CFL as well.
Good segue.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Solid segue.
Yep.
I was just going to start yelling the word Hamilton. So let's go with your...
That could work too. Dominant Tiger Cats. They've scored 101 points in their last 2 games.
Are they in first?
They are tied for first with the Toronto Argonauts.
Ooh. How are the Argos tied for first?
You know what? I wish I could figure it out, but I have no idea.
Aside from the fact there's 3 teams.
They are a good team. We destroyed them.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they are a good team.
The Argos just came back and beat Ottawa, right?
They beat Ottawa in a capacity crowd of 14,600 people. Okay, you live in Toronto.
I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my Tiger Cats hat off.
Yeah.
For a minute, because I may hate the Argos, but I love to hate the Argos.
I hate the Argos.
Yes.
So if the Argos weren't there, what's going on, Mark? Hello. Okay.
I switched to the phone.
Okay, cool. Put headphones in if you can.
Yeah.
Okay. If the Argos
I thought you already pulled a cool drop of yourself, being like, I hate the Argos.
Yeah.
And we're gonna press play on that throughout the episode.
That's right. But I wouldn't know what to do if they weren't there anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So why do people not go see this team? It's not expensive.
No.
It's entertaining. I mean, the Sky Dome sucks for football. I will totally admit that, but it's still, it's not. And they have a good team.
I think it's market saturation. I think we have so much in Toronto.
And
and we like to think of ourselves as sort of, big city, cool, better than that sophisticates. I think if Toronto had an NFL team, I think everyone would go to that.
Right. But you already have a football team and a good football team. And I fucking hate saying it, but they are a good football team right now. Their second string quarterback has won them 6 games.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's that people in Toronto don't care about the Argos. I think people in Toronto just don't care about the CFL.
Do you think the move to BMO is going to help?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because the Dome's sad for football.
It's awful for football.
I've been there for CFL. I've been there for NFL. I was there for the Vanier Cup for some reason because my dad hates me.
Okay.
And it's a weird. It's weird playing indoors. It's weird playing football indoors like that.
I'm okay with the indoors. The sight lines are all wrong.
Yeah.
It's like the chairs are too low. You know, I don't know. It's
an odd spot.
It's great for baseball. But...
The heartbreaking, I don't know if you guys read the heartbreaking news of, kind of, if the Blue Jays make the playoffs, the Argos are homeless.
Right. For 3 games.
And it's almost absolutely certain, so if the Blue Jays, knock on wood, although I'm double jinxing it because they like to do the opposite, if the Blue Jays get into that 1-game playoff, that 1-game playoff is going to be on an Argos game.
That's right. And their options are to play at Varsity Stadium or in Hamilton.
And that sucks.
And if they come here, I'm going to the game to cheer against them. And that's not fair. That's not fair for a home game. But I will go.
The Wets, right? It isn't even against Hamilton, right?
No, it wouldn't be against Hamilton. It was either Ottawa or Montreal was one. I think it was Ottawa, Montreal, and Calgary.
Yeah, it just that's heartbreaking because the CFL schedule has been out forever.
Yeah.
MLB clearly had access to the CFL schedule.
They don't give a shit about the CFL.
They don't give a shit. So if you have an organization that does sell out, that's telling you don't give a shit about this other organization and we will displace you immediately.
Right.
That's sad.
It is. And I mean,
it's a good thing the Jays will win the division and not play a wild card game.
Yeah, but even if they win the division, there's going
to be 2 playoff games that will displace.
Yeah.
So it's like as long as the Blue Jays make the playoffs,
the Argos have to play at least 1 game, not at 7.
Exactly. So, and that sucks.
And like I said, I will, and I know people in this city will go to that stadium and cheer against them because I'm going to do it just because it'll be fun.
I think it's funny that they're still the big bad Argos and no one in Toronto actually cares about them.
And that's it. And nobody in Toronto cares. And it drives me insane because it's like, we love to hate them so much. And there's none of it coming back. Like, there are a few diehard Argo fans, and I've met a few, but like, it's just
put the
not
flag
enough.
Down.
Yeah, but it's just not enough. Like, you got to get people out to those games. It's fun, and it's not expensive. I mean, getting a beer at Tim Hortons Field is expensive too. So, fucking $9.50. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, like maybe lower the prices. I don't know. Nah. It sucks. Inside Blue Jays scoop.
Yes, let's.
Yes. No, and it's not even. Just I think it's cool that it's like it's actually happening. People, I talked about how electrifying the city was on the last podcast I was on. So a friend of mine has a close friend that works at the Courtyard Marriott downtown in Toronto. And someone called them today. They're like the manager and said, we want to book the entire hotel or at least a whole bunch of floors and the conference room and blah, blah, blah for October, I don't know, 20th, 21st, 22nd, this whole week.
Right.
And then, okay, sure, put it on hold and block it off for them. Who's it for? It's for Fox Sports.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
If
really?
the Blue Jays make the World Series. So, like, Fox Sports
is already
booking a hotel.
Yeah.
Does that have Jay and Dan O'Toole written all over that?
It'll have to be.
Yeah.
I will be there to seduce one of them.
You don't care which one?
I don't care.
I mean,
I love
They
them.
both have babies now, apparently.
Who has that ever stopped in the history of time?
That's true. Just give your boyfriend a heads up, saying this is happening.
Yeah, and he doesn't like them either.
What?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, not even a like, hey, could you not sleep with other people? But like, he doesn't like Jay and Dan either very much. He did.
So it'd be a deal breaker then.
Yeah, I think so. Not just like, ugh.
Yeah, like because someone who likes them would have been like, they'd be bummed that you did it, but they'd be like, well, at least it was, it's like Monix in Semi-Pro. No,
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Semi-Pro? I know Tay hasn't seen Semi-Pro. God damn it, my references are lost on you people.
You're so old.
Yeah, no, he's very much he loves this. He loves the score. He's show me highlights.
The score.
I will make my own analysis.
The score is the worst.
It's not the score anymore. It's Sportsnet 360 now.
Oh yeah, no, there's still a weird channel 85 or something.
Really?
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's called Sportsnet. But no, he likes the here's the highlight package. Just tell me what happened.
I miss Jay and Dan so much. God damn
when
it.
I was in Vegas, I saw them once.
Why has a Canadian channel not picked up the show? Like,
yeah, that's right. That's
like,
true.
if I was like CTV or City TV or something like that, I would pick up the show and air it. Like, why not? We'd watch it.
Live. Oh, absolutely. I now promoting another podcast on our podcast.
Yeah.
I listen to the JNet, download it.
Yeah. No, it's spectacular.
It's spectacular.
Yeah.
It's so funny, and I listen to it every week. And our plane was really turbulent flying home from Vegas.
Yeah.
And this made me not convinced we were going to die.
And you're like, even if I die, at least I'm listening to Jay and Dan.
I'm going down laughing. And we were the back row of the plane, and like it was super turbulent coming out of my seat.
Yeah.
And so we were but the flight attendants were right there, and they were just having the most mundane conversation still. Right. And I was like, okay, I'm not panicking, because like the female flight attendant was discussing how bad vasectomies are and why she wasn't getting her son, or not vasectomies, Jesus Christ, circumcisions. Yeah. And why she wasn't getting her son circumcised. And I was like, okay, as long as she's talking about her infant's penis,
yeah,
I don't think the plane's going down.
We're probably not going to die.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. So she was being very judgmental to her fellow male flight attendant, who I think was Jewish, which is what started the conversation. So that was, as long as they were talking about that.
She's like, and another thing I don't like about you Jews.
Oh, God. So awkward.
Racism on a plane where there's no escape.
I only bet $10 on the Blue Jays.
Oh, and what are they paying?
What's the payout for them? Yeah.
It is. So the day we went, it was 6-1.
Oh, it's like, that's nothing. Do they mail it to you?
Yeah, that was the thing, is you can fill it out and send it, so I don't have to go back to Vegas. But then when we actually placed the bets,
yeah,
and this was after they lost those 2 of 3 games to the Yankees,
right?
5-1.
Wow. So you got them on a deal.
Yeah, I know. They're still Kansas City still favored to win the division and win the World Series, but then the Blue Jays have the second best odds.
That's crazy.
Imagine had you just jumped on that at the beginning of the season, just be a homer and say, I'm going to put $10, whatever the Jays was, maybe a little bit.
And if I went to Vegas in March, I would have done that. Like, I put $10 on the Bruins, It's like, I was going to pick my actual picks for things that I think are going to win, and then I was going to put $10 on my teams. And, man, Jesus. Oh, well, the Bruins improved from 40-1 to 20-1, so
there you go.
That was good from when it opened the betting to the day that we actually put the bet. So I thought that was good.
Although it would have been better to get them at 40-1.
I know. Well, they're not going to win. God damn it!
Yeah,
they
but
hurt me so
just
much.
in case.
I guess.
I don't know. I always hold out hope. I'm always like, like, hey, maybe this is the Sharks here. Like, maybe.
Yeah, so are they going to a stay lock? Did we discuss that? They haven't signed anyone, have they?
No, they did. They signed some backup goalie from LA.
No, they traded for Martin Jones.
Did they?
Yeah, Martin's from the Bruins. No, Bruins. Yeah.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I haven't been paying attention all that much because...
That's fine. Because the Blue Jays.
Because honestly, because they've dicked me around the last few years, and I'm kind of like, whatever, like... Maybe they'll be really good this year and I'll get excited again, but with the whole like mess with Thornton and Doug Wilson, like I'm just like figure a way to trade him if you don't want him there.
Yeah.
Don't fucking talk shit about him in the media. Don't take the C away. You know what I mean? Like
that's the thing with the Cavs. Like it's such a bullshit move for the organization. Because I remember when the Leafs were talking about it with Dion Phaneuf. It's like you can't take it from him.
Yeah, if you don't want him to be the captain anymore, then get him off the team. You can't
either get him off the team or get him to turn in the captaincy.
Right,
and be like, I think so and so's better than me. Don't take it from him.
Exactly.
Because it's just what faith do you have in your organization?
Yeah.
And
that's not the first time the Sharks have done that, though.
No, they took it away from Marleau.
From Marleau, yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to believe in your organization if you don't believe in your organization? And then to not name a captain.
Right. They went all of last season without a captain.
And so did the Canadians, too, when they traded Brian Giunta. And for me, it's like, we would rather have no one than you.
That's right.
Like, our options are nobody or you. We would rather nobody.
We're going with this big empty spot right here.
This inanimate carbon rod. Like, it just... How insulting is it?
It's pretty insulting. And I mean, like, for me, when they took it away from Marlowe, I kind of got it. Because I'm like, they got Thornton. Thornton's definitely more of a leader than Marlowe is. It made sense. This doesn't make sense.
Because
they didn't get... If they're going to say, hey, we're going to go with the younger guys, we're going to give it to Pavelski, we're going to give it to Couture, whatever.
Brent Burns.
Yeah, give it to Chewbacca, whatever. But to give it to nobody, I don't know.
Brent Burns makes me so sad.
Why?
Because he's so good looking, and then
does behind that beard.
And then does everything in his power.
The teeth, the missing, like, put your teeth in, man.
He does everything in his power to deter me from liking him. But I know if I just got a hold of him, I could She's All That, Freddie Prinze Jr., Rachel Lee Cook kind of...
Oh, there's a movie you've seen. Okay, I get it.
I was a teenage girl. Of course I've seen that movie.
Just tweet him.
Yeah.
You could be sexy. Love Scotch Sporting.
Yeah.
You have potential. So let us talk about the positive, awesome Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah. Blue Jays.
Woo. And this moment,
Kay.
Is this party ever coming down?
They're 14 games over 500.
Yeah.
When is the last time you remember them being 14 games over 500?
1993.
Right. We're in uncharted territory right now. Like, this is like, I was a kid the last time they were this good.
Actually, I think the best record they had since 93 seasons was when they had 86 wins, and they finished third in the division.
There was one, it might have been like 98, 99, when, I think they came in second. There was one season where they came in second. I don't know if it was when the Yankees tanked it, or I forget when but that was within our life. They didn't make the playoffs, and I don't even know if it's close.
I know they haven't made the playoffs since 93.
No.
They have the longest playoff drought in all major pro sports teams.
Well, that'll be over this year.
That's including basketball, that's including football, that's including hockey.
Well, that'll be over this year.
Yeah. Because before last year was the Royals, and then they broke that streak.
Right. I don't know. Like, this far up, the way they're playing, they're playing really well.
Well, the pitching's on, the hitting's on.
Yeah.
Well, things are finally syncing up. Like, obviously, the Blue Jays are, as we said, always doing the opposite of what we talk about. And the last week, the last 10 days or so, when the hitters haven't been great, the pitching's been awesome. And they won those 2-1 games, or those 4-2 games.
Yeah, those games have never won before.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And those are the games where the pitching and the bullpen have just locked it the fuck down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's funny because you add, they added what, 4 pieces? 5, I guess.
Two major big pieces, and then 2 smaller pieces.
And I mean, and especially for Price, where Price pitches once every 5 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But all of a sudden, the team it's just like a whole different team.
Well, we've all played.
Actually, it turned with Tulowitzki trade. That's when it really turned. I mean, Price was just like the cherry on top.
Right. But you think if they didn't get Price, they'd still be in this position?
Probably. I mean, Price is 2-1.
Is he 2-1?
So far?
I thought.
He didn't get a loss in that Yankees game, but in the games he started, he's 2-1.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because who would you have?
Yeah, I guess because that's only 3 games.
Yeah, he only has been affected in 3 games. That's why I'm saying the Tulowitzki trade is a better indicator of the success, because now you have a shortstop who can play defense, and even though he's not hitting the balls as well as we'd like to, the defense he brings is much more important than what Jose Reyes had before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's apparently absolutely miserable in Colorado.
I was just going to say, can we take a second to talk about him bitching to the media about Colorado?
And how he was waived and no one wanted him?
Yeah.
Listen, I understand that you're 32 and you don't want to finish your career on a last place team. I get that, but you don't fucking talk like that in the media. I'm sorry, I don't care. You're a professional fucking athlete.
And getting paid millions.
You're getting paid millions of dollars to hit a ball with a bat and maybe catch it in your glove and throw it to another dude and steal a base.
If he can.
I mean, fuck you, man. Seriously, fuck you.
Yeah, and especially to a team you were just traded to. Like, I get Papelbon being a piece of shit in Philly because he'd been there forever. They weren't doing very well. He's still an asshole. Yeah. But he's less than an asshole than Reyes. Yeah,
then I've been here 3 weeks. You know, like, fuck you, man. I'm sorry. That's not right.
No, and yeah, he was waived. And the Yankees were thinking about putting in a claim for him, but like no one wanted him.
He's getting paid a lot of money. That's why a lot of teams aren't touching him. Because that dude's getting paid like $17 million this year.
Yeah, and he's a liability defensively. What was it? We heard the math. He cost them, 14 runs or something?
Yeah. He was statistically the worst shortstop in the American League.
Wow.
And he's costing that much money, and he gets hurt all the time.
Yeah.
And his bat is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tulowitzki's an upgrade in every possible aspect.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
And I thought Tulowitzki was going to mean Edwin Encarnacion was going to get traded, and I think I predicted that.
Yeah.
So if we update our butt fumbles on our website, I can fix that.
Speaking of which, I think I may be correct with the Donaldson prediction of 40+ home runs.
Yeah, I think so.
And MVP? Are we saying he's MVP?
I think
kind of hard to argue.
Here's the thing. I was looking at the sabermetrics numbers, and Trout is still slightly better than Donaldson. But if you look at like the raw categories that the general fan would understand, it's easy to see that Donaldson would be the better choice. And he's on a playoff team, which I know a lot of people put that as a factor, right?
Yeah, I was saying if it's based on sabermetrics, then that year that Carlos Delgado lost it to Jason Giambi.
Yeah.
And I think that was maybe 2008 or 98. I think that was that year the Blue
Jays was 98, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Giambi won because the Yankees made the playoffs.
Yep.
And if the Blue Jays don't make the playoffs, I think it'd go, and the Angels do.
Yep.
Then I think it's going to Mike Trout. I think if the Blue Jays make the playoffs, Donaldson gets MVP.
Hands down.
Yeah. Easily.
Hands down. Yeah.
If they both make the playoffs, it'll be an interesting discussion. I think Donaldson will still get MVP.
Yeah. It'll be closer because, like I said, the sabermetrics number has Trout as the better player, but again, the raw numbers favor Donaldson.
Is it baseball writers though, right? That pick MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Trout's won it before. Might be time to give it to someone new.
Is that how it works? I didn't think that's how it works.
That's how I would make it work. Just everyone, like when you were in elementary school.
Here's your participation medal.
You got Student of the Week, and then you thought it was really cool when you got Student of the Week, but then you realized that they just rotated.
They just rotate, yeah.
So we'll give MVP based on rotation.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I guess that's it, unless anyone else has any other sporting news to discuss. I feel like we had so much to talk about, and then it was like...
Are we not going to talk about Tiger Woods' collapse? Because that like really bothers me. Because I remember when he made the cut in the first round, and then he was like within the top 5, and people were going nuts. Oh, this is the moment where Tiger comes back. I'm like, will you shut the fuck up? The guy is a washed up shadow of himself.
Yeah, it's over.
I compare it to like say a team's on a 15-game losing streak, and then they finally win one game. That's the same thing. It's like they're not going to start winning now that he's won one game. So if he happened to win that tournament, I'm like, okay, it's one upset win.
Yeah.
It's not going to be
it's
still
shitty. Sad that at this point it's an upset win for Tiger.
Yeah. And the guy who ends up winning is a guy who hasn't won on the tour since 2008, David Love III.
Huh. Oh, yeah, and he's like 78 years old.
51, actually.
Close enough.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Well, he can qualify for the Seniors Tour, apparently, so...
Yeah.
But the good thing about Tiger not winning is that now we have 10 weeks of no Tiger.
Is it ego that keeps him going? It has to be.
Oh,
no,
for sure.
No. He's trying to get back. Like he wants that record.
What's he going for at this point?
The most career
majors.
Yeah. Which
How many?
He needs to win, I think, 3 more to tie.
Yeah, he's only 2 or 3 off.
But he hasn't won one since 2009.
Right, but was it 9? I thought it was like 8.
Or even 8, yeah. It's been forever since he's won.
6 or 7 years, yeah.
But he hasn't won a tournament in 2 years. Like, last time he won a tournament was 2013.
And that was his own tournament.
Yeah.
Fixed.
I'm going to host a tournament and win it.
Are you? I'm going to host a tournament. It's going to be just me. Fuck you all.
Just
I
Tiger.
win.
Yeah. I made the cut.
I'm going to host a dodgeball tournament and give myself a medal.
Nice.
We lost tonight again. It was really sad.
Oh.
It's 2 in a row. We've made it to the finals and then lost. So I'm a little bummed. So I'm going to host my own tournament, Tiger Woods style.
I love it.
Yeah, well, excellent. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, I don't want to do this, but I got to end the podcast on a somber note.
Oh.
You're talking about Justin Wilson?
IndyCar driver Justin Wilson died Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
So he got hit.
He got hit by debris.
That, man, that
It wasn't even the guy who got in the crash. It was just the debris that flew at his head.
That's crazy.
And was he in his car? I didn't even see.
He was in his car, when the debris hit, yeah.
Jesus.
He came around the corner, and then the thing just right off the top of his head.
Yeah, so 37. 37's way too young to go.
Yeah, I grew up watching racing. My dad and I would watch F1 was our big one, and then we did watch IndyCar. And I don't know if you guys remember Greg Moore.
Greg Moore, I was crying that day.
Yeah, he's a Canadian driver.
Yeah.
God, it was like 10, 12 years ago now. It was killed, and I remember just being so traumatized by that.
And he was like on his way up. Like he was like.
Oh yeah, he was a star. He was going to be a superstar. He was like it was him and Paul Tracy were the two, and it was around the time that Jacques Villeneuve
just won the F1 Grand Prix. Yeah,
that one blissful season that Jacques Villeneuve was good, and then blamed his car
yeah.
And then Button took over and won everything. So it was like, But yeah, that sucks racing.
Well, I remember my dad's a big NASCAR guy. So I remember the day when Dale Earnhardt died.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
And it was like the crash was like a nothing crash. You know what I mean? Like he just hit the wall and
Well,
but that track is infamous for a lot of deaths of like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Dale Earnhardt or where Justin Williams did?
No, Dale Earnhardt. But the one Justin Wilson was on, apparently, like a lot of drivers were having problems keeping control on that turn as well.
Ooh. Yeah, tragic. So we will end on our somber note.
Yes, I'm sorry. I hate to do that.
It was breaking news. I mean, you have to.
Yeah,
it's news. It just happened. I was actually randomly looking up Michael Schumacher today to see if there was any news on his condition, and there isn't, and we probably won't hear on that for a long time. He was a guy that I loved too.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And that wasn't even like an automobile accident. That was a helicopter accident, wasn't it?
No, skiing.
Skiing, that's right.
He was skiing with his
I'm
kid.
thinking of the rally car driver. Who was it? Frack. It's gonna escape me now. Famous rally car driver for Subaru.
Don't remember.
No,
because he died in a helicopter. Not even like a car race. Yeah. No, I hate that. I don't remember.
Well, let's end on a sad note with Chris doing something and some radio silence, and let's hope that Tyler is bolting out of his bed right now because he is asleep. Because he is old and married now. Which I assume is what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, and we will see everyone next week.